National Institute of Technology Meghalaya was founded in the year 2010 under the NIT Act 2007 of the Parliament as an institute of national importance with full funding from the Ministry of Human Resource Development, now known as the Ministry of Education, Government of India. The vision of the institute is to develop as a center of excellence, vibrant with academic activities and bubbling with youthful creative energy, making significant contributions to the world of knowledge and technology and to the development of the state, the region and the nation. The institute currently offers BTech and MTech programs in the 5 disciplines of engineering, namely Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Civil Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering. It offers MSc courses in Physics, Chemistry, and Mathematics, and PhD programs in Engineering, Science, Mathematics, and Humanities. The curricula for all these programs have been redesigned with rigorous brainstorming exercises and inputs from experts from other institutes, industries, practicing engineers, and senior alumni. The curricula encompass the entire range of studies from fundamentals to advanced study and the application and will help the students become industry ready. It provides a lot of scope for the students to develop various skills as per their own aptitude and interest. The curricula includes courses on industrial safety and entrepreneurship, mini and major projects, mandatory internship, establishment of knowledge center, incubation center, and skill development centers for developing knowledge and designing and creating products. Equipped with state-of-the-art facilities for the higher education in science and technology, the institute has been able to attract students across the country as well as from outside the country. Beyond the regular course curriculum, the institute has a student council which is elected through voting by students every year. The students organize 2 major institute festivals, Cognitia Technical Festival and Shishir Cultural Festival every year. Besides this, the institute also organizes sports fests. Furthermore, professional and recreational activities are an integral part of the students' life in the institute. Various satellite clubs under the Students' Activity Center SAC help the overall growth of the students. The Center for Career Development plays an integral part in setting up the careers of the student. It aims to make each and every student of NIT Meghalaya a success story and to impart legendary leadership qualities to all the students. The institute has all the state-of-art facilities to facilitate the campus hiring activities of the companies. It has well-furnished halls for pre-placement talks, group discussions, and interviews. Backed with such facilities, the center generates competent, well-groomed manpower resource over the year by functioning as a vital bridge between the students and the industries. The Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship motivates students to take up entrepreneurship as a career. The center also supports startup activities by the students and alumni. Also, a good number of students go for higher studies to reputed universities in India and abroad. NIT Meghalaya's visionary director, Professor Bibhuti Bhushan Biswal, has a profound impact on the development of this new institute and has provided the right leadership to the faculty, the students, and the staff. Under his able leadership, the institute marches consistently ahead with success at every front. Shri Sajjan Bhajanka, founder and chairman of Century Group of Industries, has been providing support and guidance through his vast wisdom as the chairman of the board of the governors. He has been playing a mentor's role to take the institute to the next higher level. Within a short period of its commencement, the institute has been bestowed with many laurels and awards from different sectors. Despite its being a new institute, NIT Meghalaya boasts of exceptional teaching, learning and research credential and has featured within the top 100 engineering institutes of the nation in the National Institutional Ranking Framework NIRF since its inception in 2016. In 2020, the institute has been ranked 61st in the engineering category. The institute looks forward to enriching itself in all the spheres with the continued support of all the partners and contributors.
देवियों और सज्जनों, राष्ट्रीय प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान मेघालय के 7वें दीक्षांत समारोह का आरंभ होने जा रहा है। अब आह्वान संगीत गुंजायमान होने वाला है। आप सभी से अनुरोध है, कृपया आह्वान संगीत की समाप्ति तक आप अपनी अपनी जगहों पर खड़े हो जाएं।
Ladies and gentlemen, the 7th convocation of National Institute of Technology, Meghalaya is about to begin. The invocation song will now be played. May I request you to please stand up and remain standing till the completion of the invocation song.
हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्।
I request the chairman of the convocation, Sri Sajjan Bhajanka, Chairman, National Institute of Technology Meghalaya, and Chairman, Century Plyboards India Limited, to declare the 7th annual convocation of National Institute of Technology Meghalaya open.
I declare the convocation ceremony open.
I request the Director, National Institute of Technology Meghalaya, Professor Bibhuti Bhushan Biswal, to deliver the welcome address and present the convocation report.
Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Minister of Education, Government of India. Honorable Chairman, Sri Sajjan Bhajanka, Chairman of the Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology Meghalaya, and Chairman, Century Plyboards India Limited. Members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, deans, heads of the departments and centers, faculty colleagues, and staff of the Institute, distinguished guests and well-wishers, recipients of degrees and awards, parents of students, alumni, members of the media, students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of National Institute of Technology Meghalaya, I welcome you all to the 7th convocation of NIT Meghalaya being held today, the 4th December 2020. It is indeed a moment of extreme pride and privilege to maintain that we are conferring the degrees of NIT Meghalaya on 10 PhD, 56 MTech students, 38 MSc students, and 123 BTech students in this convocation. Dear recipients of degrees and awards, I extend my heartiest congratulations to every student on their achievements and my sincere appreciation to the parents for nurturing their children's talent. Heartiest congratulations to all of you. Dear friends, convocation of an institute is a moment of celebration both for the institution as well as for the students. It is a milestone for the institution as it moves onto its path of excellence, and a milestone for the students as it symbolizes the successful completion of a phase of learning and the commencement of a new phase in the life of a new graduate. Using this occasion, I am taking the opportunity to share a glimpse about the institute, NIT Meghalaya. NIT Meghalaya is one of the new NITs established by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India in the year 2010. The present location of the institute is in Bijni Complex, Laimukra, Shillong. Its permanent campus is coming up in Sohra, which is around 50 kilometers from its present functioning campus. The institute began its full-fledged activities from its present temporary campus from the year 2012 with 3 undergraduate programs in the disciplines of Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. In 2013, the Institute started 2 more undergraduate programs in Civil and Mechanical Engineering. Presently, the Institute offers BTech and MTech programs in the 5 disciplines, namely Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Civil Engineering. The Institute has also developed its capabilities in basic sciences and is offering MSc programs in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. The Institute offers PhD programs in all the specializations, including engineering, basic sciences and humanities, and social sciences. This is to undertake quality research for innovations and new technological developments under both full-time and sponsored categories. The curricula for all these programs have been recently redesigned with rigorous brainstorming and inputs from experts from the other institutes of higher learning, industries of various kinds, practicing engineers, and senior alumni. The present curriculum presents a state-of-the-art basket for all the programs. It encompasses the entire range of studies from fundamentals to advanced study and the applications keeping an eye on the present day's requirement as well as the future perspective and will help the students to become industry ready. Highlights of the new curricula are open electives, professional electives, core courses, vocational courses, laboratory courses, industry visits, internship, etc. The new curriculum in place provides a lot of scope for the students to develop various kinds of skills as per their own aptitude and interest. Some of the examples include simultaneous theory and laboratory courses, courses on industrial safety and entrepreneurship, mini and major projects, mandatory internship, establishment of knowledge center, incubation center, and skill development center, etc. for developing knowledge and designing and creating products. The curricula will undergo further changes in the light of NEP 2020 to make it more attractive and relevant. The Institute has 9 departments with combined current strength of 69 faculty members, all of them having their doctoral degrees from premier institutes in India and abroad. The Institute has 7 trainee teachers and 5 adjunct faculty from premier institutes in India and abroad, sharing their experience of teaching and research amongst the students and faculties. The Institute also engages experienced faculty members from prestigious institutes as guest faculty to complement the teaching and learning process. I am proud to inform you that all the classrooms in the Institute have been converted to smart classrooms with all modern technology. Notwithstanding the constraints of space at this temporary campus, the Institute has been able to develop world-class laboratory facilities to cater to the needs of the students and researchers as per the present day's requirement. In order to expand our research and extra-academic activities beyond the boundaries of our departments, the Institute has at present 7 centers. These centers are fully functional today, and some of them have been exhibiting visible results. The Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship, established in 2018, provide infrastructure and expertise support to those interested in many kind of innovation and also to solve the industrial problems. Under the aegis of this center, 15 project proposals for solving the livelihood problems of the state of Meghalaya were shortlisted, and financial support of 11.21 lakh has been provided by the State Council of Science, Technology, Environment, Meghalaya under the scheme Sponsored Projects 2019. The Center for Robotics and Mechatronics, in collaboration with SCST Meghalaya, initiates the development of 3D printed mask and ventilator parts for fight against COVID. The Center for Robotics and Mechatronics also offers finishing school for graduate students under UKI-ERI program. Under the Center for International Relations, 11 international students have got admission at NIT Meghalaya in various programs at this year, among which 8 got through study in India and 3 got through ICCR. Our first international student graduated from NIT Meghalaya during 1920. Apart from regular classroom interaction with the students, the Institute has also ventured into the online environment to deliver its academic programs in the form of massive open online courses, MOOC. The Center for Technology-Enabled Learning, CTEL, has been set up at NIT Meghalaya to create and manage a rich pool of digital resources and utilize them to provide quality certification programs and courses to develop technically high-quality video contents which is made available to the students through online streaming technology. I am happy to announce that the state-of-the-art video recording studio has been set up in the center where facilities for both content creation and content distribution is not only utilized by the faculty members of the institute, but also by neighboring institutes to develop course contents to add value to the national level initiatives like NPTEL and SOYAM of Government of India. The faculty members of NIT Meghalaya have recorded around 320 hours of lectures till date using CTEL recording facility. This facility is also being used for conducting invited lectures, student and faculty seminars and conferences, etc. The center strives to become the gateway of the Northeast to achieve the goals of the national mission. In order to enable our faculty members and students to pursue world-class research, the Institute has signed MOUs with many premier institutes and industries and R&D organizations. The MOUs initiated in the previous and current year include that with NHAI for the development of safe and efficient road infrastructure in the region, with Siri Pilani for collaborative research, joint workshop, seminar, and internship of NIT Meghalaya students, with National Council for Cement and Building Materials for collaborative research and internship of NIT Meghalaya students, with Northeastern Regional Road Dispatch Center, POSOCO, for strengthening academia-industry interaction and collaborative research and joint seminar and workshop, with IIT Kanpur to achieve the goal of National Mission for Clean Ganga and fulfill the objectives of the Ganga River Basin Management Plan attachments area, with All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE, for the teachers training program which has already been signed, with TCG Life Science, Calcutta, for collaborative research and joint PhD programs. The faculty of the Institute have also established collaborations with major universities of Australia, Canada, France, Japan, Germany, USA, UK, to name a few. A number of distinguished academicians and intellectuals were invited to share their knowledge and experience with the students and faculty of the Institute. The faculty members are actively engaged in project work under various national and international sponsors. The result of all this teaching and research work can be seen in the number of publications. This past year itself, the Institute has 216 peer-reviewed research publications and 158 papers were presented in international and national conferences. The faculty members of the Institute have also delivered 47 invited lectures outside the Institute. The Institute, through its various departments and centers, has organized more than 14 conferences, seminars, symposia, workshops, and other academic activities in the past year. A few notable ones are workshop on application of artificial intelligence, deep learning for medical big data analysis, National Conference on Recent Advances in Chemistry, IWM Regional Workshop, and workshop on research methodology. Under the prevailing pandemic, NIT Meghalaya has maintained its academic and other activities as usual and normal. Our academic calendar was never disturbed, and we conducted all the examinations using online modes sincerely and timely. The new academic year for the existing students also began as per the previous years without any deviation. The faculty members have also been actively engaged in consultancy work. Our institute has been providing consultancy services to a number of reputed organizations and industries such as Indian Air Force, Airport Authority of India, PWD, CPWD, Assam Rifles, NIPCO, Power Grid Shillong, Airport Authority of India Shillong, Military Engineering Services, Star Cement, Meghalaya Power Transmission Corporation Limited, Vedanta Resources, Jindal Stainless Private Limited, etc. The total amount of consultancy work administered is around 3 crores last year. You will be also happy to know that many of our faculty members are working on sponsored research projects from well-known sponsors like DST SERB, SERB CRG, DST FIST, MEITI, BPRND, CSIR, SDMA, to name a few. The total amount granted by the funding agencies to such projects stands at more than 17 crores. We have international collaborative work with universities in Korea, France, Austria, Croatia, Russia, South Africa, and the UK. NIT Meghalaya has been included in TechCube 3 as a 1.1 type institute with an allocation of 15 crores for the development of infrastructure and for facilitation of growth of the students, staff, and faculty. TechCube 3 is a World Bank assisted project for the development of technical education in India. Research scholars have been provided assistantship under TechCube and financial support for their travel expenses for attending conferences, workshops, etc. It is noteworthy that 4 students from NIT Meghalaya were nominated under MyTAC scheme for their summer internships at different universities in Canada, and they all were provided financial assistance from TechCube for their travel. It is worth mentioning here that NIT Meghalaya was adjudged as one of the high-performing institutes under TechCube, and hence has been allocated an additional sum of 1 crore 50 lakh rupees over the initial allocation of 15 crores. NIT Meghalaya has procured a substantial number of e-books, e-resources under TechCube, which has facilitated the ongoing education even during the lockdown due to COVID-19 pandemic. Under this project, sophisticated instruments with worth 3 crores have been procured so far, and new computer center with Mac operating system has been created. Apart from the regular research and academic events, TechCube has also facilitated innovathons, hackathons, and mental wellness programs for the students and faculty of NIT Meghalaya. TechCube 3 facilitates internship for BTech students. Under this project, GATE coaching was provided to all the final year students free of charge. Employability assessment test has been conducted, and employability skills training has been provided to all the final year students with financial support from TechCube. I am delighted to inform that in spite of the formidable challenges posed by the outbreak of pandemic, over 70% of eligible final year students of NIT Meghalaya have been placed at various organizations of repute, with 27% securing more than one offer. The highest package offered was 55.72 lakhs per annum, and the average salary was 6.77 lakhs per annum. This bears testimony to the commendable endeavor of our Center for Career Development and the quality of our students. Firms from diverse fields participated in the placement process, making a total of 129 offers. Posuco, Amazon, and Swiggy made offers in double digits. Other prominent recruiters included Vedanta Limited, L&T Group, Virtusa, CEAT, TVS, and IFB, amongst others. CTL was the largest recruiter with 24 offers. I am also glad to inform you that the various companies have already started recruiting the current final year students. Taking cognizance of the prevailing uncertain times in the wake of COVID-19 outbreak, the Institute has ramped up the infrastructural facilities for conducting the placement-related activities of the students smoothly through online modes. Some of the major companies who have recruited the final year students so far are Capgemini, LTI, Public, Sapient, JobSmart, Inkture, Technoforte, and others. Various other companies are in pipeline for the upcoming months. I am sure that our students will keep up to the reputation of the institution and bag the lucrative offers. The center has also conducted employability assessment tests, employability skills training, and GATE training programs by the generous support of TechCube 3 scheme of the Ministry of HRD, Government of India, in a bid to improve the soft skill sets and the team working, the leadership, etc., required for working in the industry. The center has integrated the institute portal with the National Career Service Portal under Ministry of Labor and Employment to facilitate creation of common database and availability of career-related information at one place. The Central Library of the Institute has been growing rapidly ever since it was established. The library houses popular titles in engineering, technology, sciences, humanities, and social sciences and management to enrich the students and faculty with requisite knowledge and expertise. It has a collection of around 15,403 printed books and additional reference books, 1,579 e-books and 10 e-journals. In addition to this, Book Bank facilitates around 1,462 books available for SC and ST category of students. The library also has around 1,300 Pearson and Wiley e-books to cater to the growing information needs of the students. The library is a regular subscriber of full-text databases such as Science Direct, Springer Link, SEM Digital Library, IEL GP, ASCE, ASME, and one e-bibliographic database, that is MathSciNet. The library has also subscribed to JGate, the one-way discovery tool for all the e-resources subscribed by the library and open access journals. The library is automated using the library management software, Koha, whereby the circulation process is fully automated using the software. Users, patrons of the library can gather information about the library resources by using OPAC, and the library management software is also linked to the ERP system of the institute, whereby any update in the students' staff details in the ERP will automatically flash in the library management software. The library subscribes to Turnitin anti-plagiarism software to help the researchers and faculty members. The library also organizes book fairs regularly for the benefit of students, researchers, and faculty members. The library organized the Elsevier Author Workshop, which was conducted at NIT Meghalaya for the MTech, MSc, and PhD students. The third technology book fair was organized by National Institute of Technology, Meghalaya from 30th to 31st January 2020. 12 renowned publishers participated and displayed their books and catalogs during the fair. The Central Library also received a fund from TechKeep3 for procuring e-books, desktop computers for e-library, and Grammarly software. With the help of TechKeep3, the library was also able to set up the e-library and was inaugurated on 14th of August 2019. The institute has a total strength of 897 students, including 22 international students. The institute provides full waiver remission of tuition fees to students belonging to ST and SC categories and to those with annual family income of less than 1 lakh. Further, students with annual family income of less than 5 lakh are also remitted with 2/3 of the tuition fees as per MHRD guidelines from 2016 onwards. All the MTech students are GATE qualified and receive fellowships, as do the PhD scholars. The institute also provides merit and merit-cum-mean scholarship with a waiver of 40% of the tuition fees to top-performing 5% of the students from each batch based on merit and weak economic background. Further, a good fraction of the remaining students of the institute also receive scholarship from various agencies. The institute also follows a reservation policy for the ST candidates from within the state, and 80% of the home state quota is reserved for the ST candidates in BTech admission. The faculty members and the students of the institute have been showcasing their knowledge and competence to the outside world and have brought laurels to the institute. One of our faculty members, Dr. Rakesh Roy of Electrical Engineering Department, achieved 3rd position in IEEE India COVID Move Online Hackathon Challenge conducted by IEEE India Council. Dr. Yogita of Computer Science and Engineering Department was awarded the Best Application Paper Award for her work titled Data-Driven Extraction of Quantitative Multidimensional Associations of Cardiovascular Drugs and Adverse Drug Reactions in the 13th International Conference on Practical Applications of Computational Biology and Bioinformatics held at Avila, Spain. 2 GIAN proposals have been accepted in the previous year for facilitating cutting-edge research and teaching. The Department of Mathematics and the Department of Physics have been awarded with DST Feast grant. Being an institute of smaller size has not deterred us from carrying out qualitative and prolific research work. Professor Gayadhar Panda of Electrical Engineering Department has been placed at the top 2% of the world researchers in the year 1920 as per the survey report of Stanford University. Mr. R.U. Ahmad, research scholar under guidance of Dr. P. Saha, received the Best Paper Award in International Conference on Recent Trends in Advanced Computing held at VIT University, Chennai on a paper entitled Fast and Area Efficient Implementation of RSA Algorithm. Mr. Saurabh Das and Ms. Poonam Gupta bagged the Institute Best Research Award, Best Research Work Demonstration Award in the FAST Research Conclave 2020 at NIT Meghalaya. Ms. Himasri Mahanta and Mr. Siddheswar Rudra won recognition at International Conference at NIT Warangal, and Rishika Chakrabarti was awarded in International Conference on Electrochemistry in Industry, Health and Environment. Our students have also been successful in clearing the GATE and GATE All India rank as high as 43. You will be pleased to know that our postgraduate students, Mr. Kavyala Prasad Panda and Prabhat Ranjan Bana, were awarded 2-month fellowship to work in Reputed Institute of UK. Our BTech student, Mr. Devashish Dubey, Devans Maurya, Aniruddha Arun Agarwal, and Asutosh Kumar were awarded Global Link Research Internship Program in academic year 2019. In addition to their regular academic activities, the students engage themselves with various extracurricular activities such as sports and games, cultural activities, elocution, technical activities, NSS activities, etc. The students of the institute also participated in inter-institutional sports, cultural and technical events in different parts of the country and brought laurels to the institute. The Students' Council organized the 4th Annual Technical Festival, Cognitia 2019, in October 2019 with many competitive events such as robotics, structural design, mechanical design, circuitry design, programming quizzes, databases, debates, Hacktober, Festonen Day, workshop, Coders Eye coding contest, CodeSafe campus chapter, which are all organized to create awareness and contribution to open source coding events. During the month of August 2019, the Institute, under the generous support of TechIP 3, organized a month-long orientation cum induction for the first-year BTech students to acquaint them with the engineering curriculum and to create awareness among them regarding the role of engineers in nation building. The first Research Conclave 2020 of NIT Meghalaya was held on the National Science Day, 28 February 2020, to provide a platform for the young researchers of NIT Meghalaya as well as other higher education institutes to nourish the young minds towards accelerated research and innovations. Professor Amitav Chatterjee from Jadavpur University and Dr. Neena Gupta, a Santi Swarup Bhatnagar awardee from ISI Kolkata, graced the event as expert speakers. Over 120 research scholars from NIT Meghalaya and other institutes of repute, namely IIT Guwahati, NIT Durgapur, Tezpur University, BARC, participated in the research conclave. I am happy to inform that the institute has been ranked among the top 100 engineering institutes in India by NIRF ranking for the last 3 years and has been ranked 67th by NIRF in 2019 and 61st in 2020. NIT Meghalaya stands atop amongst the new NITs and is at the 16th position amongst all NITs. The institute also bagged the 56th rank among top engineering institutes of the country under Business World Ranking in 2019. NIT Meghalaya has been awarded recognizing exemplary contributions of education sector by 14th World Education Summit 2019 held in Delhi. These have been possible because of the concerted efforts put into by all the stakeholders of the institutes. The departments of the institute have also been offering internship to students of other institutes and universities from various parts of the country during the summer vacation. Further, to provide our service for the development of our region and the nation as a whole, the institute under Unnat Bharat Abhiyan scheme is currently carrying out various activities in the 5 adopted villages. As mentioned earlier, we are operating from our temporary campus in Shillong. The work in the permanent campus at Sora have also progressed in a good way under the overall supervision of RITES Limited, the project management consultants. In this first phase of construction works of academic, administrative, residential buildings, guest house, hostels, sports complex, road work, site development, etc. are being carried out over a sprawling land of 326 acres. Works for constructing the approach road to the campus has been completed. The overall progress of phase 1 construction work is about 70%, and the institute plans to shift to the permanent campus very soon. The institute hopes to get an additional land in New Shillong from the state government for its extended campus. The institute's plans to utilize this campus for its placement cell and also to have outreach facilities and skill development center for imparting training to the locals of the region. With this background information, I am winding up my report. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed all requirements as per regulations and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. And I pray that the following be admitted. Department Civil Engineering, Chaichi Devi. Department Computer Science and Engineering, Bernard Nangpho. Department Electronics and Communication Engineering, Farhana Begum. Anil Kumar. Department Electrical Engineering, Chiranjit Sain. Department Mechanical Engineering, Sanjeev Kumar Rajbangshi. Department Chemistry, Mickey Lanster Sami. Department Mathematics, Animesh Bhandari. Debraj Rai. Department Physics, Marpli Far Lindom. Sir, I propose the director of this institute to charge the degree Doctor of Philosophy at this convocation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as director of this institute, I admit all the candidates presented to me for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and charge them to be worthy of the same.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the heads of the departments of Civil Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering will present the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements as per the regulation and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Technology. And I pray that they be admitted.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Technology in Civil Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Akash Gupta, Arjun Jasial, Bola Mathu Sudhan, Damodara Sahu, Dinesh Kumar Luhani, Doda Srinivas, Gaurav Kumar Prapat, Kosala Sairam Reddy, Harish Tongamalya Sayala, Himanshu Pist, Jonathan Vanlal Ruata, Muhammad Umar Farooq, Nikhil Mahar, and Richard Pantonbok Linkoy.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. And I pray that the following be admitted. Ibalari Lindo Mauflang, Jasprit Singh, Kaushik Sarkar, Madarisa H. Thank you, Raimoni Hansda, Sivanshu Agnihotri, Sibdip Kumar, Subhasri Majumdar, and Utkarsh Saxena.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, VLSI and Embedded Systems, and I pray that the following be admitted. V. Srinivas, Vennela Kanti Venkata Bhargava Narendra, and Vikatakavi Chandana.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Master of Technology in Electrical Engineering, Power and Energy Systems, and I pray that the following be admitted. Amit Kumar, Anish Pratap Vishwakarma, Ashok Narayan Tripathi, Avigyan Roy, Deep Chand, Deepak Kumar, Dulipala JKSS Balaji, Ishan Bhand, Yogi Vijay Kumar, Mukesh Kumar, Pritam Rawat, Priyanka Kishore Shorte, Robin Wilson, Sugandha Sushantonath.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Master of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, Fluid and Thermal Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Ankur Kumar, Ankush Chandrakant Bhandarkar, Anuj Kumar, Ashish Babarao Khelkar, Avanapu Dilip Kumar, Dubious Grade Langston, Dinesh Kumar Yadav, Manish Sharma, Mududa Srinivas Rao, Neeraj Gupta, Praveen Kumar, Rahul Kumar, Saurabh Tandon, Sorangsha Basumatari, and Trinayan Bora.
Sir, I propose the director of this institute to chair the degree Master of Technology at this convocation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as director of this institute, I admit all the candidates presented to me for the degree of Master of Technology and charge them to be worthy of the same.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the heads of the departments of Chemistry, Mathematics, and Physics will present the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements as per regulation and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science, and I pray that they be admitted.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science in Chemistry, and I pray that the following be admitted. Ajoy Bharti, Amar Jyoti Mondol, Vikas Jyoti Tamuli, Gitanjali Bosumatari, Himadri Sikha Soikia, Hriday Jyoti Bora, Pavan Kumar, Pulokesh Gogoi, Sahanaz Begum, Shruti Rebhankar, Shrutimala Bodua, Subhrangshu Shekhar Das, Sujan Satra, Suma Devi N, and Vikas Singh Khadesia.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, and I pray that the following be admitted. Bichu George, Carefully Marbanian, Chandan Kumar Akela, Ibalaun Nongkinri, Moalila Longkumer, Nilakki Dole, Pujasri Boragohai, Sabi Bishwas, and Umesh Kumar.
Sir, I present the candidate who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science in Physics, and I pray that the following be admitted. Bandari Hadia, Devilal Sharma, Dhruv Agarwal, Dinesh, Hars Raghuvanshi, Himanshu Bora, Jarnali Sharma, Madbyong Dev Sadab, Nangriokor Marvin, Niloy Mukunta, Nitumoni Deka, Pransiki M. Rapsang, Ritesh Burbatra Gohai, and Simita Takuria.
Sir, I propose the director of this institute to chair the degree Master of Science at this convocation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as director of this institute, I admit all the candidates presented to me for the degree of Master of Science and charge them to be worthy of the same.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the heads of the departments of Civil Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering will present the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements as per regulation and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology. And I pray that they be admitted.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Anand Abhishek, Pankinsui Karum Nuid, Ilin Nongkrum, Ilvari Nongspun, Yapet Lang Rendathang, Jakesh Sheikh, Jenny Welkin and Sangma, Karasapi Shapong, Kovaru Damodar Reddy, Lalit Kumar Verma, Lotus Dow, Meta Aihun Mankar, Motavalasa Anirudh, Naosaki Karod, Nagaram Venkatesh, Narendra Kumar Meena, Ombersli Karshanti, Pravesh Kumar, Ridalin Nonkar, Romilius Lingto, Sachin Kumar Meena, Shamgupar Karmalki, Sankita Das, Sanki Mi Shuchang, Supam Kumar Singh, Supam Savale, Surapi Roy, and Wandrablang Warlarpi.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Abhay Sekhar Yadav, Ali Akbar, Alfin Roy, Amrit Raj, Arun Kumar Verma, Asutosh Kumar, Beauty Gupta, Devansh Maurya, Dilip Singh Parihar, Dongkupar Mangar, Gaurav Singh, Gorle Akhil, Hafizabet Khain, Jasmine A. Sangma, Laribok Siamli, Leon Patrick Maulong, Mehfuz Ahmed, Michael Nongfoot, Mohanlal Kanwalia, Mukesh Kumar, Pasupateli Venkata Haris Babu, Priyad Bharati, Rilanki D. Shabong, Roysang Walang, Sanjay Kumar Kaul, Tanush Chakraborty, Tisha Kosh, Uchit Mahapatra, Wanaki Rimbai, and Vivadaka Yakai.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Abhushan Adhikari Joshi, Anish Patel, Ashtosh Behra, Balam Shwa Simli, Bukya Kumar, Bollampalli Satya Abhinay, Chiluri Gnaneshwar, Chinta Ravishankar, Dipang Chairmang, Ita Vishwateja, Hamwat Suchiong, Generous Sentil Shabang, Kamarapu Shivachandra, Ketri Narasimha Reddy, Kishan Chaurashia, Kummari Tirupati Rao, Manish Kumar Singh, Rafaela Gracia Nongrum, Raju Kumar Gautam, Randolph Dodhang, Rasilinda Dingdo, SN Charan Reddy, and V. Sai Kishore Chari.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Amit Kumar Lal, Ananya Giri, Aniruddha Arun Agarwal, Bolen Rigan, Dalang M. Momin, Devashish Shahu, Diangling Shisha Marbiniang, Dona Gracia Sindur, Johnny Bond Roy Sheila, Jugame Khaklari, Khushi Mishra, Ladab Jingmen Wanre, Lakhan Singh Mina, Lafanchuk Thaba, Manish Kumar, Mohammad Tanvir Alam, Ferman Khonklad, Prashit Prashanna Hazang, Fin Bhalang Lindo, Royal Shutna, Shimala Shaiteja, Shakti Mayang Singh, Sharmishta Datta, and Taiboklang Nongrum.
Sir, I present the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, and I pray that the following be admitted. Ankit Kumar R. Sharma, Deepak Kumar Saha, Devashish Dubey, Gunsha Irma C.H. Marak, Hamidwen Sten, Kapil Kumar Mina, Kishan Das, Kaustubh Deshpande, Masun Bhasum, Nitesh Kumar, Pangchunglang Hayang, Panjen Pothmi, Reliansi Nongtudu, Sankini Suchiang, Sahanbaz Nangrum, Sukrit Maiti, Suraj Vishwakarma, and Baris Agarwal.
Sir, I propose the director of this institute to chair the degree Bachelor of Technology at this convocation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as director of this institute, I admit all the candidates presented to me for the degree of Bachelor of Technology and charge them to be worthy of the same.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the registrar of this institute will present the candidates who have been awarded postgraduate and undergraduate degrees and have been found suitable for award of the institute gold medals.
Sir, I present the following postgraduate degree and undergraduate degree recipients for the award of institute gold medals who have been adjudged worthy of the same. Gold medal for the best postgraduate MTech, Robin Wilson, who has been awarded Master of Technology degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Gold medal for the best postgraduate MSc, Bichu George, who has been awarded Master of Science degree in Mathematics. Gold medal for the best undergraduate BTech, Devans Maurya, who has been awarded Bachelor of Engineering degree in Computer Science and Engineering.
Sir, the registrar of the institute will present the candidates who have been awarded postgraduate and undergraduate degrees and have been found suitable for award of the institute silver medals.
Sir, I present the following postgraduate and undergraduate degree recipients for the award of Institute Silver Medals who have been adjudged worthy of the same. Silver Medal for the best postgraduate MTech, Bola Madhusudan, who has been awarded Master of Technology degree in Civil Engineering. Subhasri Majumdar, who has been awarded Master of Technology degree in Computer Science and Engineering. Bhinalakanti Venkat Bhargav Narendra, who has been awarded Master of Technology degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Robin Wilson, who has been awarded Master of Technology degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Mudoda Srinivas Rao, who has been awarded Master of Technology degree in Mechanical Engineering. Silver medal for the best postgraduate MSc, Himadri Shikha Saikia, who has been awarded Master of Science degree in Chemistry. Bichu George, who has been awarded Master of Science degree in Mathematics. Dhruv Agarwal, who has been awarded Master of Science degree in Physics. Silver medals for the best undergraduate BTech, Jaki Sheikh, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Civil Engineering. Devans Maurya, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Computer Science and Engineering. Abhushan Adhikari Joshi, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Aniruddha Arun Agarwal, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Devashish Sahu, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Devashish Dubey, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Mechanical Engineering.
Sir, the registrar of this institute will present the candidate who has been found suitable for award of the President's Gold Medal.
Sir, I present the President's Gold Medal to the student adjudged for best overall performance in academic and co-curricular activities. For the session 2016-2020, the award goes to Devans Maurya, who has been awarded Bachelor of Technology degree in Computer Science and Engineering.
I request the best BTech, Devansh Maurya, to administer the pledge to all degree recipients.
I hereby pledge that it shall be my constant endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of my duties as engineer and scientist, to uphold the dignity of the individual and the integrity of the profession, to utilize my knowledge of technology and science for the glory of the institute and in the service of the country and mankind at large.
I request the director of this institute to sign the convocation register. I request the director of this institute to read out the introduction of the Chairman, Board of Governors, NIT Meghalaya.
Sri Sajjan Bhajanka, Chairman of the Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology Meghalaya, has achieved his bachelor's degree in commerce from Dibrugarh University. He is the chairman at Century Plyboards India Limited, Star Cement Limited, Research Advisory Committee RAC, and governing body member of Indian Plywood Industries Research and Training Institute, Bangalore. He is the president for the Federation of Indian Plywood and Panel Industry, New Delhi, and All India Veneer Manufacturers Association, Kolkata. He has served as the president at Bharat Chamber of Commerce, Kolkata, Friends of Tribal Society, and All India Organization for the Welfare of the Tribal People in the field of education, health, self-reliance, and self-respect. Presently, it runs 68,001 teacher schools across the country. He led this organization on all India basis from 2009 to 2015. He has also served as the President Emeritus at Marwari Relief Society, a 100-year-old 250-bedded hospital for the welfare of the poor people in the densely populated area of central Kolkata. He was the chairman of the organizing committee of World Hindu Congress held at Delhi in November 2014. He is also a steering committee member of the World Hindu Economic Forum. He is the secretary and promoter trustee at Kalyan Bharati Trust, which has promoted and is managing the Heritage School, the Heritage Business School, the Heritage Institute of Technology, the Heritage Degree College, and the Heritage Law College. He is also the ex officio member of managing committees of all the above mentioned institutions. He is trustee at Calcutta Pinjara Pole Society, which is one of the largest Gosala chains in India. Haryana Seva Sadan, which is a promoter of Haryana Vidya Mandir, a renowned higher secondary school at Salt Lake, Kolkata. Tinsukia Education Trust, which is presently running primary and higher secondary courses under the government of Assam. His recognition and awards include Lifetime Achievement Award for the excellence and outstanding contribution in the field of social welfare services awarded by Maharaja Agrasen Technical Education Society, Delhi in the year 2003. Udyag Ratan Award for his contribution towards industrial development under the chairmanship of Dr. B. Satyanarayana Reddy, Honorable former Governor of Odisha and UP in the year 2004. Rotary Pride Industry Award 2009-2010 by Rotary Club of Central Calcutta. Haryana Udyogpati Ratna Award 2012 given by Haryana Nagarik Sangh and conferred by Sri Bhupendra Singh Hooda, ex-Chief Minister of Haryana, and an honorary DLED degree from Assam Downtown University.
Thank you, sir. I request the chairman of the convocation, Sri Sajjan Bhajanka, Chairman, National Institute of Technology Meghalaya, and Chairman, Century Plyboards India Limited, to deliver his address.
First of all, I thank Dr. B.V. Biswal for a very elaborate introduction of myself, which was not at all required. But anyway, thank you very much. So now I start my address. Honorable Union Education Minister, Government of India, and Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank ji, the Director of Institute, Professor B.B. Biswal, members of the Board of Governors and the Senate of NIT Meghalaya, deans, heads of departments and centers, faculty members and staff of the institute, distinguished guests, well-wishers, parents, guardians, members of the press, degree recipients, and my dear students. I feel privileged to welcome you all to this 7th convocation of National Institute of Technology Meghalaya. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Professor B.V. Vishwas and entire NIT Meghalaya fraternity for achieving better ranking every year in the National Institute ranking framework. It is heartening to learn that we continue to be the best amongst all the new NITs of the country and the second best NIT in the eastern region. It is because of the concentrated efforts of all stakeholders of the institute and the able leadership of director that the institute is achieving newer heights in spite of the many constraints and other limitations of running the institute on a temporary campus. I am sure that the institute will achieve its vision that of becoming a center of excellence, vibrant with academic activities and bubbling with youthful creative energy, making significant contributions to the world of knowledge and technology and to the development of the state, the region and the nation. The faculty members of the institute are already on the right track with the increase in the number of publications and research projects. The students of the institute have been performing well in academics as well as co-curricular activities. The number of research publications in reputed journals and conferences by the postgraduate students and the research scholars under the faculty members' expert guidance is praiseworthy. I congratulate all of you for keeping up with these good works. It is also a praiseworthy gesture of various faculty members who provide consultancy to the governmental departments, defense departments, and other such organizations to lessen the state's impediment to progress. The ongoing pandemic does not mean that we have to suspend our educational pursuits. Instead, we have to look for new ways and means to carry on our academic journey. The advancement in communication technology has made it possible for distant teaching and learning. During this pandemic, we are getting acquainted with new amazing apps like Google Classroom and Google Meet. The faculty of the institute are now diligently performing their teaching task in the online mode. I am sure that the students of the institute are paying serious and sincere attention to these online lectures. We can think of an amalgamation of traditional classroom teaching with some online practices in our regular academic activities even after the end of this pandemic. I am sure that this will definitely be a new revolution of imparting and acquiring knowledge. My dear students, there are many things that you need to practice and maintain. You need to manage your time carefully. You need to be strictly punctual in your everyday life. You need to learn good manners and discipline. Now is the time when you have to learn many things that will remain with you for the rest of your life. You also need to take good care of your health. You need to eat well, sleep well, do adequate exercise, and practice spiritual meditation daily. You should avoid mobile addiction and abuse. These days, we hear a lot about the misuse of the latest technology in the form of smartphone powered by the all-knowing internet. Remember that there is always the possibility of misusing the amazing apps like Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, and so on. You need to be careful in how you handle these extremely powerful apps. Now, I would like to congratulate all the graduating students of this young and emerging institute. It appears to me that most of the students graduating from this institute this year are placed in prestigious organizations. This showcases the confidence of the industry in the students of this institute. As you graduate and go away from here, you will be facing a highly competitive and somewhat hostile world. It will take a lot of determination and diligence on your part to succeed and excel in life. Over and above that, I wish you all to be genuine, sincere, honest, and compassionate human beings. I wish you all to be harbingers of a new and better world where justice and truth prevail. In this present world, humanity seems to be giving way to bestiality. Violence and crime are increasing at an alarming rate. I wish you all contribute something to bring about positive and constructive changes in the world and make it a better place to live in. It is time for you to accept challenges in all spheres of life and establish yourself as dedicated citizens of India. My dear degree recipients, you are graduating from an institute of national importance. You will be continuing to act as representative of this institute. So wherever you go and in whatever you do, you should always be worthy as NITN. I wish each one of you great success in your future endeavors. I am blessed to be a member of this young institute as chairman of the board of governors. The journey I have shared with each of you in developing this institute has been a pleasurable experience. And I am sure that I will cherish what I have seen here today for a long time to come. I am sure that the students, faculty members and staffs have all worked very hard for many weeks to make this program a grand success. I take this opportunity to thank each one of you and wish you a very bright future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I request the director of this institute to read out the introduction of the chief guest, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Honorable Education Minister, Government of India.
ये हमारे लिए बड़ी ही गर्व की बात है कि हमारे देश के माननीय शिक्षा मंत्री डॉक्टर रमेश पोखरियाल निशंक जी आज इस दीक्षांत समारोह को संबोधित करेंगे, जिसके लिए हम आपका हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं। माननीय मंत्री जी हम सबके लिए हमेशा ही एक प्रेरणा स्रोत रहे हैं। हमारे देश में शिक्षा मंत्री के पद पर श्री मौलाना अबुल कलाम आज़ाद, श्री फखरुद्दीन अली अहमद, श्री बीपी सिंह, श्री अर्जुन सिंह, भारत रत्न श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी, श्री मुरली मनोहर जोशी जैसे अत्यंत प्रभाव व्यक्तित्व वाले राजनीतिज्ञ कार्य कर चुके हैं। इस पद पर आसीन व्यक्ति न सिर्फ राजनीति में बल्कि शिक्षा एवं संस्कृति में गहरी रुचि रखने वाले होने चाहिए। इस समय इस पद पर माननीय डॉक्टर रमेश पोखरियाल निशंक जी का चुनाव हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बहुत सोच विचार कर किया है। डॉक्टर निशंक 1991 में कर्णप्रयाग से पहली बार उत्तर प्रदेश विधानसभा के सदस्य निर्वाचित हुए। उसके बाद लगातार 2 बार 1993 और 1996 में फिर से विधानसभा सदस्य निर्वाचित हुए। उसके बाद उन्हें 1997 में पहली बार उत्तर प्रदेश के सरकार में कैबिनेट मंत्री का दर्जा दिया गया। उन्हें उत्तरांचल विकास विभाग का मंत्री बनाया गया और 1998 में उन्हें संस्कृति एवं धर्म मंत्रालय का कार्यभार दिया गया। डॉक्टर निशंक की उत्कृष्ट नेतृत्व दक्षता को देखते हुए 2000 में जब पहली बार उत्तराखंड की अलग सरकार बनी, तब एक बार फिर उन्हें बड़ी जिम्मेदारी दी गई। उन्हें वित्त, ग्राम विकास, चिकित्सा सहित 12 विभागों का कैबिनेट मंत्री बनाया गया। उसके बाद माननीय निशंक जी मार्च 2007 से लेकर जून 2009 तक उत्तराखंड के सरकार के चिकित्सा, स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण, आयुष, विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी के कैबिनेट मंत्री रहे। जून में ही डॉक्टर निशंक को उत्तराखंड की मुख्यमंत्री बनाया गया और वे इस पद पर 2011 से अभी 2011 तक बने रहे। वे उत्तराखंड के 5वें मुख्यमंत्री रहे। 2011 में मुख्यमंत्री पद से हटने के बाद उन्हें संगठन की जिम्मेदारी दी गई। उन्हें भारतीय जनता पार्टी का राष्ट्रीय उपाध्यक्ष बनाया गया और इस पद पर वो 2013 तक रहे। इसके बाद 2014 में डॉक्टर निशंक ने कांग्रेस के कद्दावर नेता उत्तराखंड के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री श्री हरीश रावत को हराकर हरिद्वार लोकसभा से पार्टी का सीट जितवाई। तब से लेकर 2019 तक उन्हें लोकसभा की सरकारी आश्वासन समिति का सभापति के पद पर भी रहे। माननीय मंत्री जी के सम्मान में मॉरिशस के प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा था कि डॉक्टर निशंक दुनिया के पहले ऐसे राजनीतिज्ञ हैं जिनमें राजनीति, साहित्य और संस्कृति का एक समागम देखने को मिलता है। एक बेहद गरीब परिवार से आने वाले माननीय मंत्री जी की शिक्षा के प्रति लगन इसी बात से जानी जा सकती है कि वो पढ़ने के लिए 7 किलोमीटर लंबे कठिन पहाड़ी रास्तों को पार करते थे। डॉक्टर निशंक न सिर्फ एक कुशल राजनीतिज्ञ हैं बल्कि एक समर्थ लेखक भी हैं। सक्रिय राजनीति में रहते हुए वो लेखन का काम जारी रखा और वो 75 से ज़्यादा पुस्तकें लिख चुके हैं जो कि पूरी दुनिया और भारत में 10 से ज़्यादा भाषाओं में प्रकाशित हुए हैं। इन 75 किताबों में काव्य संग्रह एवं कथा संग्रह शामिल है और उनमें से बहुत सी रचनाओं का अंग्रेजी, तमिल, तेलुगु, मराठी, जर्मन, फ्रेंच आदि कई भाषाओं में अनुवाद हो चुका है। डॉक्टर निशंक उनके द्वारा रचित पहला काव्य संग्रह समर्पण 1983 में प्रकाशित हुआ था, जिसका लोकार्पण पूर्व राष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर शंकर दयाल शर्मा जी ने किया था। माननीय मंत्री जी की पुस्तकों का अनावरण पूर्व राष्ट्रपति भारत रत्न डॉक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम सहित पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री भारत रत्न श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी, पूर्व राष्ट्रपति श्री प्रणब मुखर्जी जैसे सम्मानित राजनीतिज्ञों ने भी किया है एवं मंत्री जी की रचना को सराहा है। एक बार पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री भारत रत्न श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी, जो कि स्वयं साहित्य की और कविताओं की बहुत ही अच्छी समझ रखते थे, ने एक समारोह के दौरान माननीय मंत्री जी की प्रशंसा करते हुए कहा था कि शायद ही दुनिया में कोई ऐसा राजनीतिज्ञ है जो राजनीति और साहित्य दोनों को में एक साथ सक्रिय हो। डॉक्टर निशंक देश के पहले ऐसे शिक्षा मंत्री हैं जिनके 25 से ज़्यादा रचनाओं पर शोध चल रहा है और छात्र पीएचडी और डीलिट के थीसिस तैयार कर रहे हैं। निशंक जी पर 7 शोध और 7 लघु शोध हो चुके हैं, जबकि 10 शोध और 2 डीलिट चल रहे हैं। शिक्षा मंत्रालय जैसा अहम मंत्रालय संभालने वाले श्री निशंक पहले ऐसे शिक्षा मंत्री हैं जिन्होंने सिर्फ अपने देश में बल्कि विदेशों में भी सम्मान मिला है, जहां एक और माननीय मंत्री जी की भूटान, युगांडा, नेपाल और मॉरिशस के प्रधानमंत्रियों द्वारा सम्मान मिला है, वहीं उनकी साहित्यिक कला का यूएई, दक्षिण अफ्रीका, बेल्जियम, यूक्रेन, इंडोनेशिया, जापान और थाईलैंड में सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। देश के महत्वपूर्ण मंत्रालयों में से एक कमान संभालने एवं देश विदेशों से सम्मानित होने के बावजूद भी माननीय डॉक्टर निशंक मृदुभाषी होने के साथ साथ बहुत ही सरल व्यक्तित्व के धनी हैं और इतने सालों की कड़ी मेहनत के बावजूद आज भी स्वयं का देश सेवा के लिए तत्पर रखते हैं और पूरे दिन में सिर्फ 4 से 5 घंटे ही विश्राम करते हैं।
Thank you, sir. I request the Chief Guest, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Honorable Education Minister, Government of India, to deliver the convocation address.
NIT मेघालय के 7वें दीक्षांत समारोह में उपस्थित NIT मेघालय BOG के अध्यक्ष श्री सज्जन भजनका जी, संस्थान के निदेशक प्रोफेसर बीबी विश्वाल जी, सभी आदरणीय सम्मानित अतिथिगण, सभी फैकल्टी, NIT संपूर्ण कर्मी, सभी छात्र छात्राओं, सभी उपस्थित अभिभावकगण और अन्य अतिथिगण, आप सबका इस अवसर पर, जबकि हम सभी लोग आज दीक्षांत समारोह में यहाँ पर एकत्रित हुए हैं और आप जो छात्र छात्राएं हैं वो अध्ययन करने के बाद आज अपनी उपाधियों को अर्जित करके अब मैदान में जा रहे हैं। ऐसे अवसर पर हम इन सभी छात्र छात्राओं को बहुत हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं, इनको शुभकामना देते हैं और मुझे भरोसा है कि यहाँ से शिक्षा प्राप्त कर आप चौतरफा आप प्रगति के आयामों को छुएंगे और ऐसे समय में जब विषम और विपरीत परिस्थितियों में पूरी ताकत के साथ आप आगे बढ़ेंगे, तब इस संस्थान के सब गुरुजन वृंद के अध्यापक गण का आपके साथ शुभकामनाएं होंगी, अभिभावकों की शुभकामनाएं होंगी और शिक्षा मंत्रालय की भी आपके साथ शुभकामनाएं हैं। आज हम लोग बहुत खुशी के क्षणों में हैं। ये ऐसे बदलाव के परिवर्तन के क्षण हैं जब आप बहुत सारे विचार मन में आ रहे होंगे कि इतने वर्ष पहले आप यहाँ पर आए थे और आज शिक्षा प्राप्त करने के बाद उस शिक्षा को अपने जीवन में उतारने के लिए अभी तक तो जो एक निश्चित पाठ्यक्रम रहा होगा, उसके बाद परीक्षा रही होगी, अब तो पाठ्यक्रम भी अनिश्चितता का होगा, तमाम सवाल भी होंगे और कहीं से भी सवाल होंगे और हर सवाल का आपको जवाब भी देना होगा। मुझे भरोसा है कि संस्थान ने आपके जो गुरुजन वृंद हैं, इन्होंने निश्चित रूप में एक योद्धा के रूप में आपको ऐसा तैयार किया होगा जहां आप जीवन के हर प्रश्न का उत्तर भी देंगे और उत्तर देने के साथ साथ उसको आगे बढ़ाने की कोशिश भी करेंगे। इसलिए आज इस दीक्षांत समारोह में मैं आप सभी लोगों को शुभकामना देना चाहता हूँ। NIT मेघालय ने यदि देखेंगे तो अपने स्थापना के बाद से लगातार प्रगति की है और इस प्रगति को यदि देखेंगे, इसका जो पैरामीटर है वो संस्थान के भवन और दीवारों से नहीं नापा जा सकता है। यहाँ से निकलने वाले छात्र कहाँ पर हैं और वो किन बुलंदियों को छू रहे हैं, उन्होंने यहाँ से जाने के बाद किन उपलब्धियों को अर्जित किया, ये इसका एक पैमाना है। मुझे लगता है कि उस पैमाने पर इस NIT के छात्रों ने निश्चित रूप में सफलता को अर्जित किया है। शोध के क्षेत्र में, अनुसंधान के क्षेत्र में, विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी के क्षेत्र में तेज़ी से हर दिशा में अपनी पाठ्यक्रम का जो आपने हिस्सा बनाया है, उसके उन्नयन की दिशा में जो काम किया है वो भी निश्चित रूप में सराहनीय रहा है। फैकल्टी विदेशों से भी जुड़े रही है और ये फैकल्टी, ये संस्थान विश्व के तमाम संस्थानों के साथ पारस्परिक अनुसंधान भी करता रहा है। तो मैं आपको उसके लिए भी बधाई देना चाहता हूँ कि चाहे वर्कशॉप होगा, सेमिनार होगा, कॉन्फ्रेंस होगा, शैक्षणिक गतिविधियों का आदान प्रदान होगा, राष्ट्रीय और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पत्र पत्रिकाओं में चाहे लेख का विषय हुआ हो, जो आपके जर्नल में आपके शोध लेख छपे हों, और चाहे वो स्टडी इन इंडिया और स्टे इन इंडिया की दिशा में आपका कदम रहा हो। निश्चित रूप में ऐसे समय में जबकि देश में नई शिक्षा नीति आई है और लागू हो गई है, जबकि पूरा देश उत्साहित है, उल्लसित है और उत्सव का वातावरण है, वहीं इस नई शिक्षा नीति को लेकर के दुनिया के तमाम देशों में बहुत जिज्ञासा है। वो चाहते हैं कि वो भी अपने देश में इस नई शिक्षा नीति जो भारत की NEP 2020 है, उसकी खुशबू को अपने देश में भी बिखेरना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि उनको मालूम है कि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रिफॉर्म वाली ये जो शिक्षा नीति आ रही है, दुनिया के सबसे बड़े विचार विमर्श के बाद आई ये जो राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 है, इसमें स्कूली शिक्षा से लेकर के उच्च शिक्षा तक तमाम ऐसे व्यापक सुधार और आमूलचूल परिवर्तन हुए हैं जो एक नए युग का सूत्रपात करते हैं। ये जो नई शिक्षा नीति है हमारी, ये नई शिक्षा नीति में ये नेशनल भी है, ये इंटरनेशनल भी है, ये इंक्लूसिव भी है, इम्पैक्टफुल भी है और इम्प्रेसिव भी है और इनोवेटिव भी है। ये यदि देखेंगे तो इक्विटी, क्वालिटी और एक्सेस की आधारशिला पर खड़ी है। ये कंटेंट भी पैदा करेगा और ये टैलेंट को भी आगे बढ़ाएगा और ये पेटेंट की दिशा में भी अपनी छाप को छोड़ेगी। और इसलिए ये जो नई शिक्षा नीति है बहुआयामी है, जहाँ 10+2 को एक तरफ नकार करके 5+3+3+4 किया है और उसमें भी स्कूली शिक्षा से जो कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्ता, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का विषय स्कूली शिक्षा से शुरू होता है। विश्व में पहला देश इसका उदाहरण बनता है। वहीं कक्षा 6 से हम वोकेशनल स्ट्रीम, वो भी इंटर्नशिप के साथ उसकी पढ़ाई होगी। उसकी जो तकनीकी के क्षेत्र में वो एक योद्धा के रूप में धीरे धीरे करके आगे बढ़ता चला जाएगा और उसका जो मूल्यांकन होगा 360 डिग्री और होलिस्टिक मूल्यांकन होगा। जब वो अपना मूल्यांकन करेगा, साथी करेगा, अभिभावक करेगा, अध्यापक करेगा और उसको आप रिपोर्ट कार्ड नहीं बल्कि प्रोग्रेस कार्ड दिया जाएगा। अपनी मातृभाषा में शुरू करेगा। मातृभाषा का जो ताकत है वो उसमें खूबसूरती है, उसको आगे बढ़ने के लिए उसकी मातृभाषा मदद करेगी। और अभी आपको मालूम है हमारे देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ये कहा है कि अब क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं में इंजीनियर भी होंगे और डॉक्टर भी होंगे। किसी को भाषा जो अंतिम छोर में बैठने वाला जो छात्र है उसके भी विकास के नए आयाम खुलेंगे। ये जो नई शिक्षा नीति है बहुविषयक है, किसी भी विषय में आप ले सकते हैं। आप तकनीकी के साथ संगीत को ले सकते हैं, आप विज्ञान के साथ साहित्य ले सकते हैं और कोई विषयों की बंधन नहीं है। पूरा मैदान खाली है और आप जब चाहें आ सकते हैं, जब चाहे छोड़ सकते हैं। यदि 2 वर्ष में, यदि 4 वर्ष के कोर्स में भी 2 वर्ष आप परिस्थितियाँ ऐसी हैं कि छोड़ के जाना पड़ता है, तो यदि 1 वर्ष में छोड़ के जा रहे हैं तो आपको हताश निराश नहीं होना पड़ेगा, आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा। 2 वर्ष में भी यदि परिस्थितियाँ ऐसी हैं कि जाना पड़ रहा है तो भी हताशा निराशा का कोई सवाल नहीं है। आपको डिप्लोमा प्राप्त हो जाएगा, 3 वर्ष में आपको डिग्री मिलेगी। लेकिन यदि उसके बीच में भी आप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं तो आपका जो बैंक है वो एक जगह आपकी पूंजी वहाँ रहेगी। आप दोबारा वहीं से जहाँ आप छोड़ के गए हैं वहीं से आप काम शुरू कर सकते हैं, पढ़ाई शुरू कर सकते हैं, अपने जीवन को संवार सकते हैं। और इसलिए ये शोध और अनुसंधान में जब नेशनल रिसर्च फाउंडेशन का गठन हो रहा है, वहीं नेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी फोरम का गठन करके अंतिम छोर तक का जो व्यक्ति है उसको तकनीकी का कैसे ज्ञान हो सकता है और उसकी तकनीकी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर कहाँ पहुँच सकती है। इसलिए ये जो नई शिक्षा नीति आई है बहुत सारी संभावनाओं को लेकर के आई है और बहुत बड़े परिवर्तन के साथ आई है। मुझे भरोसा है कि आप शोध और अनुसंधान के क्षेत्र में भी आगे बढ़ेंगे। अभी भी हम स्पार्क के तहत दुनिया के 127 शीर्ष विश्वविद्यालयों के साथ शोध और अनुसंधान कर रहे हैं। स्टडी इन इंडिया में लोग हमारे देश में प्रवेश लेने के लिए आ रहे हैं। 50,000 से भी अधिक रजिस्ट्रेशन हुए, जबकि स्टे इन इंडिया के तहत जो छात्र यहाँ से बाहर जाते थे विदेशों में, अब उनके लिए एक बहुत खूबसूरत अवसर है। कहीं जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है उनको। अब तो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर के शीर्ष 100 विश्वविद्यालय भी हमारी धरती पर हमारी शर्त पर आएंगे और हमारे छात्रों को कहीं भटकने की ज़रूरत नहीं। हमारे भी विश्वविद्यालय दुनिया की धरती पर जाएंगे और इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि अब बिल्कुल नए परिवेश के साथ ये नई शिक्षा नीति आ रही। मुझे ये भी खुशी है कि आपके NIT ने जो इंडस्ट्रीज़ और आपके NIT के बीच के गैप को ख़त्म किया है, क्योंकि जो उद्योग चाहते हैं वो कई बार हम दे नहीं पाते हैं और जो हम दे रहे हैं वो उद्योग चाहते नहीं हैं। तो इस गैप को भी ख़त्म किया, तो इससे भी ये NIT को बहुत अच्छा आगे बढ़ने का मौका मिलेगा। आपने तकनीकी शिक्षा में जो गुणवत्ता सुधार के लिए काफ़ी काम किए हैं और आपको मालूम है कि इस बदलाव की दिशा में हम वर्ल्ड बैंक के साथ मिलकर के टुकिप जो चला रहे हैं उसमें भी आपकी सहभागिता निश्चित रूप में इस महत्वपूर्ण प्रोग्राम में बढ़ चढ़ करके हो रही है और आपने बहुत सारे नवाचारी परियोजनाओं को अपने हाथ में लिया है। मेरे साथियों, मित्रों, भाई और बहनों, आज आप डिग्री लेकर के जा रहे हैं और शिक्षा का मतलब केवल अंक ज्ञान, अक्षर ज्ञान और डिग्री प्राप्त करना नहीं, बल्कि अपने जीवन के अनुभवों को प्रदर्शित करके आगे लेकर के जाना है। मेरे देश के प्रधानमंत्री हमेशा कहते हैं हमको रोज़गार पाने के लिए नहीं, रोज़गार देने के लिए मन बनाना पड़ेगा, काम करना पड़ेगा। और जो आत्मनिर्भर भारत है, क्योंकि $5 ट्रिलियन की आर्थिकी हम 2024 तक चाहते हैं और ऐसी स्थिति में आप जो मेक इन इंडिया है, डिजिटल इंडिया है, स्किल इंडिया, स्टार्टअप, स्टैंडअप की आधारशिला को आप खड़ा कर सकते हैं। जो 21वीं सदी का मेरा भारत है, जो स्वच्छ भारत होगा, सुंदर भारत होगा, सशक्त होगा, समृद्ध होगा, आत्मनिर्भर होगा, श्रेष्ठ भारत होगा, एक भारत होगा। और उसकी जो आधारशिला नई शिक्षा नीति आकर के कर रही है, निश्चित रूप में हम तेज़ी से अपनी पहचान भी बनाएंगे पूरे विश्व स्तर पर और हम अपनी प्रतिभाओं को आगे भी बढ़ा सकने में सफल होंगे। मुझे ये भी खुशी है कि सामाजिक दायित्वों की दिशा में उन्नत भारत अभियान के तहत NIT ने बहुत सारे गाँवों को लिया है और बहुत तेज़ी से उन गाँवों के विकास में जुटे हुए हैं। कोविड-19 के दौरान भी इस बीच आपने जो शोध अनुसंधान और काम किए हैं उसको भी मैं प्रशंसा करना चाहता हूं। और जलवायु परिवर्तन और पर्यावरण की सुरक्षा की दिशा में भी आप अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। सतत विकास के लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करना और प्राकृतिक संसाधनों की सुरक्षा करने का जो हमने पूरे विश्व को भी एक वायदा किया है, उस दिशा में भी आप बहुत तेज़ी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। और मैं समझता हूँ कि मेघालय जो ये हिमालय का क्षेत्र है, ये अपने में अद्भुत है। यहाँ का जल, जंगल, ज़मीन और जन का समन्वय करने की ज़रूरत है। उनकी समस्याएं जो बिखरी हैं उनका निदान करने की ज़रूरत है। यहाँ का नौजवान उन्हीं बिखरी समस्याओं का समाधान की दिशा में इसको प्रगति के रूप में परिवर्तित कर सकता है उन समस्याओं को। और निश्चित रूप में आप आगे बढ़ेंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। नई शिक्षा नीति भी इसी दिशा में आपको आगे प्रेरित करती है। मुझे लगता है कि आपने जो शोध और अनुसंधान किए हैं वो उस धरती पर कैसे क्रियान्वित हो सकते हैं। अब आपको मौका आ गया, पूरा मैदान खाली है। अब तो आपको स्वयं ही लीडरशिप लेकर के और आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा और आप बढ़ भी रहे हैं। और जो मेक इन इंडिया डिजिटल इंडिया का जो हमने अभियान लिया है और आत्मनिर्भर भारत का अभियान लिया है, गांव-गांव हर गांव आत्मनिर्भर गांव बन जाएगा। आपके हाथों में हुनर है, आप विजनरी हैं, आपने बहुत कुछ सीखा है, बहुत कुछ सीख करके आप लोगों को देने की अभिप्सा में आप आगे आ रहे हैं। मुझे भरोसा है कि जो नई शिक्षा नीति है और जो ये युवा भारत जो 25-30 वर्षों तक यंग इंडिया रहने वाला है, इन दोनों का समन्वय होगा और विश्व में हम ज्ञान की महाशक्ति के रूप में उभर करके आगे आएंगे, क्योंकि वैसे भी हमारे देश को विश्व गुरु कहा है। हितदेश प्रसूतस्य स्वकाशादग्रे जन्मनः स्वं स्वं चरित्रम शिक्षरन् पृथ्व्यां सर्वमानवा। हम पूरी दुनिया के लिए पैदा हुए हैं, क्योंकि पूरे विश्व को हमने अपना परिवार माना है और उस परिवार की सुख समृद्धि की न केवल कल्पना की बल्कि सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः की बात करके नहीं, जब तक धरती पर कोई भी एक इंसान दुखी होगा तब तक वह सुख का एहसास नहीं कर सकता। इस बड़ी भावना के साथ, इस बड़े विचार के साथ इस भारत का 21वीं सदी का स्वर्णिम भारत बनाना है, जो सक्षम होगा, समृद्ध होगा, जो श्रेष्ठ होगा। ऐसे श्रेष्ठ भारत के लिए आप आज से मैदान में जा रहे हैं। हम आपको बहुत सारी बधाई देने के लिए आज यहाँ पर आए हैं। आपके अभिभावकों को मैं ढेर सारी बधाई देना चाहता हूँ और आपको एक बार पुनः ढेर सारी शुभकामनाओं के साथ कि आप हर जीवन के हर मोड़ पर सफल हों। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. I request the director to declare the 7th annual convocation of National Institute of Technology Meghalaya closed.
I declare the 7th convocation of National Institute of Technology Meghalaya closed.
Thank you, sir.
देवियों और सज्जनों, अब राष्ट्रीय गान गुंजायमान होगा। आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि अपने अपने स्थान पे खड़े हो जाए और राष्ट्रीय गान की समाप्ति तक खड़े रहे।
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem will now be sung. You are requested to rise and keep standing till the completion of the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।